Castle was born profoundly deaf, and he never learned to read or write or speak or sign.
You know, farm families made space for people. So James Castle's history is he lived with his parents until they died, he lived with his sister until she died, and he lived with her daughter until he died. So somebody always took care of him. So he was actually known west of the Mississippi during his lifetime. And then in the late 60s, his family, who still were pretty much subsistent farmers, got tired of trying to negotiate these exhibitions that people were requesting, and his sister decided to just put all the work away. And
She didn't trust the dealers.
She didn't trust the dealers, right.
She thought she was being had in some fashion.
So she put everything away, and this is like thousands of works of art. Right? I'd say that of all of the artists that I've had the experience of dealing with, Castle has been the most profound. Just to put him in a little bit in a context.
It's the weirdest
This
story.
is what happened. He actually sent 12 drawings here to Philadelphia to Franklin Watkins. Franklin Watkins was head of the painting department at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts.
They send these works to PAFA
Right.
to be vetted,
Right.
and for them to say, is this art?
Right, and Franklin Watkins says,
It's
art. Sends them back. And from that point on, he started being shown a major construction. It was an Anne show of this figure. The blue coat is just one of the most spectacular pieces. Was $5,000. That was a very aggressive price for a piece like that.
In the late 90s.
In the late 90s. This is a time when self-taught artwork was really not that popular, and today it would be about $300,000. And this does not happen to everyone. And you have to understand that James Castle did an immense body of work.
He does a lot of really surrealist things. He's very interested in patterns, metamorphosized animal and human parts on a lady with wheel feet, text art, a whole lot of text art.
So these are interior drawings of the Gooding School. This kind of delicacy of line is just incredible. This would have all been done from memory.
He didn't ever respond to the way that the school was teaching him, and that was to have deafness not be a disability. And so you were taught to basically behave as if you weren't, you read lips, you understood signing, but you functioned in the world like any other person. James Castle did not respond to that, and so his rebellion was drawing. And he would always go back to drawing. And he was punished for that. He was not given access to any kind of materials. But one of the things that was interesting about James was that he always created his own materials. The drawings are all done with soot and saliva. And the soot came from the family stove. He had these bins of soot, and he would take soot out and he would put them in these little ball cap jar lids, and then he took sticks that he would collect and he sharpened those sticks, and those were the styluses.
If you like the effect of the kind of aged and sometimes slightly damaged papers, that's not a
Well, this is his sister's homework.